I'm not gonna lie, seeing her revert back to like her slave girl mentality, that's kind of weird to me. Like I felt so, it felt so off. Like to a degree, it takes her edge off and it makes her a defenseless woman. Hence, oh, yo, and that's my it. Okay, we can have a whole nother conversation on my issue with how they treat the women in this show. But I see where you're coming from when you articulate it like that, for sure. More desirable. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, she's definitely the defenseless, need to be protected. But I need to wait a few more episodes to explain my reasoning, but I do agree. Yeah, okay. When you articulate like that, definitely the more desirability of having women not be so tough, not be so like, you know how you remember how she was talking to Lelouch? She'd be talking to him and he'd be like, shut up, witch. So yeah, I see where you're coming from, because it made me uncomfortable. And then, okay, let's just have this conversation. One of the bigger, like, y'all already know, like, one of the bigger reasons why, because it would have been like, screw Suzaku forever if he would have drugged Callan. I guess I'm just sick of like the female characters just suffering. Now, I'm not saying men in the show don't be dying as well, but I mean, like, there's like this perverse, I don't know, like, it seems kind of perverse to me with how the women suffer in this show. And it all ties in with the actions they be taking. Let me give you guys an example. Now, let's go to Callan. Remember in season 1? Now, it wasn't just Callan. It was all of the Black Knights were like this. But I felt some type of way when it was Callan, because she's Lelouch's #1 knight, basically. Hold on, let me tell him I'm in a chat. Hey, sorry if I don't respond. If I don't respond right away. Don't respond right away. Like, remember in season 1 at the end when Suzaku disappeared and went to go get Nunnally, right? Callan was like, what do I do? Zero, if you're not here, what do? I don't know what to do. She said something like that. That shit kind of pissed me off, not gonna lie. Like, I didn't comment on it when I was watching because there was so much shit going on. But that, I was like, okay, I understand that the black, like, Zero symbolizes, like, what he represents within the Black Knight community. And that he's, like, the leader. And he really is the one who knows the plans. But it's like this helplessness. And although Callan is not helpless, it all goes back to, like, not thinking. Like, not being able to think for her, like, not being able to think for themselves. That's #1. Let's talk about Yuffie, the little girl empress from the Chinese Federation. Them both running out there. Remember, running out and where all the robots were fighting, the nightmares were fighting, and it was just them, and then they had to be protected by Shinkei and then by Suzaku. You remember that? But why does she not just think and take act? But why does she not just think? Like, that's what I'm saying, Septe. Like, but okay, but I will give Callan some credit. Remember the part where Lelouch was gone for a bit and she picked up the helmet as if she was going to take on the role or something, and then Cece came up behind her and she was like, it's a heavy burden to bear. Like, I don't remember what episode that was, but I just remember it because I've been thinking about, I need these girls, I need these women to fucking think. I don't know. But I will put some respect. Let me put some more respect on Yuffie's name, because she was trying to create a zone for herself. Like, she was trying to make the life for the Japanese better. Like, she figured out what she could do with her power to make change. So cool. But I guess And another thing is, I've noticed there's this sick pattern that every time Lelouch makes a promise to, maybe that's his curse ultimately, but it's to women specifically, they all get fucking killed. Like, the moment he agrees to work with Yuffie and promises to work for her, she's dead. The Geass, he loses control, she's fucking dead. Shirley, the moment she finally accepts and forgives Lelouch for, fucking doing all that terrible shit to her, which I don't think she should have tried. That's another thing. I'm tired of, like, and this goes back to Sakura and Naruto. She's another good example of this too. I'm tired of, like, the women being mistreated by the men, right? Whether it's intentional or unintentional, and they're just like, okay, I still love you, I forgive you, this, that, and I'm just, Shirley, that's why I was like, Shirley, yo, like, I get it, you love the dude, but he's done some fucking terrible things. Girl, fucking think. You just had your memory erased twice. You almost got killed, I don't know, one other time. Wouldn't you think, maybe I should relax? I don't know. Yes, they explain it away with love because, and that's that shit I can't stand with how they treat female characters in these animes or just media, period. It's like they make it seem that love is the most important thing to these women, which is why I love Cornelia. That's, even though she was a Britannian, right? Even though she's a Britannian, I like Cornelia because she is, let me think, is she the only female character in the show that's not being driven by love for another dude? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's talk about Ogi since we're already there. Okay, if I'm to accept, hold on. What do y'all wish to do? Wanna do? Okay, let's talk about Ogi then. Let's just go there because I know y'all saw, like, I was pretty annoyed with that whole thing. I felt like that was just their way for Die Hard to have his thumb over, like, just to keep Ogi in check, because you know Ogi and Die Hard have been disagreeing since season 1. Shit. Not that Die Hard is wrong, because he was right ultimately. He was right to check, to, like, not trust Ogi because it's facts. And in my opinion, Ogi should just come clean he should just fucking come clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if he was to come clean, like he had fell in love with a Britannian, I do think his people would support him. I do think so. Now, I know you got a few nationalists, like that one hot-tempered Japanese guy, but, like, I just felt like that whole situation was just so avoidable. What happened to Violetta? Sure. Hold on. Sure, MP. No problem. Like, Ogi saying I love you even after she shot him, after she, I mean, is love, like, I don't know. Like, I must be missing something because someone tried to kill me. I'm sorry, it's over. Now, he did, like, wait, I'm not sure how it is, but back in the day, Ogi was probably next to Nina, one of the most hated characters. For real? He was the most hated character? Wow. Because I don't hate Ogi. I actually like Ogi, but I just am trying to understand his actions. And I don't accept love being the answer. Like, that just does not cut it for me. You know what I mean? Which is why I did not like how Sakura was written in Naruto. I didn't like the fact that I guess Ogi's just has been abused by Violetta. Now, I will say he did trick her and keep her under surveillance. And would you, him sleeping with her with false intentions in the beginning, because you say that's a form of EPAR. I don't know. I mean, we can have that conversation, but I'm just trying to bring up a bunch of points on how he did wrong, because Valletta was a fan favorite and many blamed Ogi for ruining her character. Blamed Ogi for ruining her character? Really? Now, I will say I think Ogi was stupid for housing her and then falling in love with her and then not telling just being honest. If he had did what false into, it's not clear at what point his feelings for her developed. Yeah, it's not clear. I mean, because mentally was not the same person. So, I mean, but we all knew, like, I know he knew she was gonna get her memory back eventually, and I knew she was gonna try to fucking kill him, but, like, maybe at the end of the day, what Die Hard did was good. Shit. Like, expose them. Like, damn. But, you know what? There had to come a time where they, like, met up again. So, I was gonna say, remember in episode 16 when Cece was trying to bring him a plate of pizza and he broke it, being all his abusive ass, like, and that blood splattered on the king's chest piece. I thought that was so symbolic, and the fact that it was a woman's blood on the king's chest piece is so symbolic, because Lelouch, the women in Lelouch's life has been killed. They've been killed. He's stained with the blood of all the women that have been killed around, that he's gotten close to. And Cece's blood going on that chest piece. I wish I had the screenshot, y'all. I'll probably bring up, I'm gonna have to be a broken record. I'm gonna have to say almost the same shit in the next YouTube video for episode 17. But that king chest piece being stained with Cece's blood, I felt was so symbolic, if not foreshadowy, of what could happen. Because we all know, like, all the women in his life are basically dead. His mom, the only woman in his life that are still alive are Cece, Callan, and Nunnally. And he's trying desperately to keep them alive. Callan's barely alive herself. Hold up. I'm gonna go to Sora's World. But the fact that it's stained with Cece's blood, I wonder if Cece's gonna die later. Just because of that one that one frame. But you know how Code Geass is, they're very symbolic in their imagery. And it's just like the king, which is Lelouch, on the chessboard, and the board being stained with Cece's blood, and his chest piece only being stained with that blood. I should have commented on it in the video, but I was thinking it. I think was thinking about it later. I was like, that was really weird. With all these things that... Oh, you feel like your brain has been off every time I have watched... Oh, no, it's just like these small things. Like, and sometimes I feel like I be reading too much into stuff. But I really think, like, I think Code Geass is a very... Their imagery of their show is just... There's just a lot of symbolic imagery in this show. They don't... Oh my god, how am I dying? Damn. I hate these flowers. But yeah, I feel like Cece is gonna die. I think I'm not too worried about her psychological state, because I do think she's gonna come back. I don't know how she's gonna come back, but I feel like she regressed that way, maybe as a way to protect herself. Because usually when something usually in shows, you know who I'm thinking about? I'm thinking of Casca in Berserk. That's who I thought about immediately when that happened to Cece, was Casca in Berserk. And it's like, when you go through something so traumatic for your mind regresses back to that state, and it's to protect you. So Cece's gonna come back. I don't know when. She gonna come back at an important time when we need her. But you know what? I think it's good for Lelouch to have to figure shit out on his own. even though Cece helped him out, even though Cece helped him out this second time, because she was like, I would ask my friends, and that's what led him to ask Suzaku for help with Nunnally. But like Lelouch needs to be able to figure shit out without her, because she's been saving him the whole fucking show. It's really been other people. Almost everybody been helping him, but Cece, if Cece wasn't there to save him, he would have been caught by Cornelia in season 1. Also, okay, how the female characters are treated and the shots that they've been taking, you know, the type of what did you call it? What do you call it? Shit. What do you call it, guys? Like, oh my god. I guess you would say lewd shots. You guys described it perfectly when y'all gave me the warning about this season and how the female characters are going to be, yes, a fan service. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that. What that was. Fan service. There you go. Yeah, or I feel like they just see women in Code Geass as either being someone who follows Lelouch blindly, or just loves him so much and is willing to take all the abuse, all the possible abuse that he, you know, can give him, and all the, you know what I'm saying, right? But they just love him so much and can forgive him. I just wish Shirley was just written better. I just wish she was, I love her, but I just wish she was written better, honestly. Just wish she was written better. Okay, I need to change my artifacts. Okay, so here's one thing that stayed in my head. I wanted to make sure I did not forget, because after Vivi got his immortality taken away, Cece made a comment to him, and she was like, Vivi, you loved Marianne, didn't you? Something like that. Now, this could be a reach. This could be a reach, but it made me just, that little line that she said, and they never went back to that, made me kind of rethink like Vivi's possible relationship with Marianne. Okay, so I'm going to bring up something else, and I'm just going to tie this in. I'm going to just stay Zhao. What's funny, Luna? Why are you LOLing? I'm not understanding. Okay. So watching Code Geass, one of the reoccurring themes, if not one of the most important elements of the show that I've noticed, is how sibling bonds or relationships with your siblings are the driving force between the actions of almost all the characters. I would say the main characters, right? We're talking about Cornelia, Yuffie, Lelouch, Nunnally, Callan, her brother, Suzaku. I mean, Suzaku don't got no siblings, but just like, oh, Vivi, Charles. Like, there's a lot of these sibling relationships, right? And how that the decisions that these characters make for their siblings is what moves the plot and affects the story, right? So keeping that in mind, I was thinking Vivi, at first I'm thinking, okay, what if Vivi did not like Marianne? And that's just based off the aggression and the energy he had for Jeremiah, for whenever Jeremiah was like, he's loyal to Marianne, right? So I'm thinking after what Cece said in episode 15, when Vivi was dying or was dead at that point, I'm thinking, what if Marianne knew Vivi and the king when they were children, right? What if, okay, and I'm thinking, what if Cece gave Marianne a Geass? That's what I think. What if Marianne and Cece and the king knew each other when they were kids, and Vivi maybe loved Marianne first, right? But Vivi ended up getting a Geass, and so therefore Vivi didn't grow up, and Charles ended up being with Marianne. And what if Vivi felt some type of way or something. I don't know, for whatever reason, felt some type of way about Marianne, because I think Marianne had a Geass. I feel like she did. Now, if I was to just do another reach, like make a guess, and to say, like, guess if she had a Geass, what her Geass would be, based off Cece talking to Marianne, what if, hold on, let me think. Okay, I'm thinking of another theory here in my head, but I'll say it after I'm done with this. So I'm thinking, if Marianne was to have a Geass, I didn't think of it like that, but that is a pretty, okay. Okay, then that means it's not true then. If you're referring to, Marianne and, you talking about like the sibling, perspective, skeptic? Is that what you mean? In reference to that? Or are you talking about like Sora, Luna? One of y'all gonna have to figure it out. Oh, okay. Like, I was just thinking, like, why would Cece say that? Because Cece obviously knew all of them when they were all alive. Like, back in the day when the Emperor was young. Like, she knew all of them. So I'm thinking, what if Cece ultimately wants someone to love her? What if Marianne was the closest person, or the only other person who truly loved truly loved Cece, right? And I'm thinking, what if Cece gave Marianne a Geass, and then what if Marianne's Geass ability was to, like, never really die? Like, she never wants to be forgotten, or, like, something abstract like that, right? And that's why Cece was been talking to her, or Cece could just be talking to her in her head. Like, you know how we have someone that passed on and you talk to them, right? You kind of just talking to yourself, but you're like talking to them. But I feel like she's quite literally talking to Marianne. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking, what if Marianne's Geass is helping her do that even after, beyond her death? Because, like Cece said, Lelouch has been the only one to make it to that point where he could, like, take her, like, replace her and basically kill her. So that's why I'm thinking Marianne was probably a Geass wielder from Cece. And I'm just thinking, like, what possible reason why why was his response so negative looking towards Jeremiah? And he was like, don't you dare say that name in front of me. Like, what if he loved Marianne and probably didn't have any respect for Jeremiah? I don't know. Like, that's just where my thinking is at with that. Because Cece saying that about Vivi when Vivi was dead is kind of like the opposite of that reaction that he had towards Jeremiah when they were fighting. That's why I say that. So, I mean, it's a reach, but I'm not really sure about that. Now, finding out her backstory is so so tragic. Like, and you know what? She didn't want to tell Lelouch her true wish before, because she probably was like, he's not going to want to go through with it. But you know what? Over the course of the seasons, when they would mentally connect with each other, Lelouch and Cece, and remember that time where he saw, like, Cece's past, and he was like, I understand, and she was like, he's like, if you're a witch, I'll be a warlock, right? I think that's ultimately the reason why she did not let Charles take her power, or did not let Charles be the one. Now, what I'm confused about is, if Charles already has immortality, he already got to that point with Vivi, why, like, what could he gain from killing Cece? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is she? I guess this is coming from a place of me not understanding Vivi's position. If him and Cece were equals, like, in terms of powers, they were both young and immortal, because remember when Lelouch was like, he was talking to Cece through the computer, maybe get double immortality. I mean, I guess, but it's just like, what else could he gain from killing her? But because, okay, two things. Remember when Lelouch was talking to her through the TV screen? I want to say this was episode 15, 16. I want to say it's probably 14. It was right before he made the plans to go kill the people at the research facility, and she was like, I'm just stuck here. What am I, like a messenger? And I was like, girl, shut up. Like, she was eating all that pizza, and then she was like, well, you know, Lelouch, Vivi's also young and immortal just like me. So she kind of made it seem like they were both exactly the same, like not one of them was stronger. So that's why I'm like, if the king has already gotten to that point with Vivi, like what else can you gain? Maybe he wanted to do that to keep Lelouch from being stronger than him. Maybe it was more so to keep Lelouch from being stronger. Maybe that's what it was. And Cece, ultimately, she just wanted to die. So she's like, I don't care who does it. But she really don't want Lelouch to do it because she don't want to curse him. Like the nun, the sister did to her. Because she's grown really close to Lelouch, and they've actually gotten really close. Because Cece was like to Charles, why did you steal Vivi's code now? Now my question is, at what point, how do we know, like, oh, you want to be Zhao? You can be Zhao if you want to be Zhao. I don't care. So Orange Boy disrupts the codes. Do you want to be Zhao or not? Like, come on now. Orange Boy disrupts the Geass. Okay. So Jeremiah's ability, his Geass Canceller, is able to disrupt the Geass, the mental power. Because that's what the Geass is. Because every time they use the Geass, we see them going into their brain. It's like rewiring their brain. Okay. But the codes are like the immortality. That's what that is, right? So you can have, and remember when Jeremiah when he first got let out of his test tube, basically, they called him Code R. Like he had something called Code R. Something he had. Yes, the code is what gives them immortality. Okay, the code probably like in their DNA code, something like that. Okay. Okay, I see. So I guess I'm just like, who gave Vivi the code, immortality code, as a young kid? He got that code as a small child. Now I wonder. Now from what but in order to get the code from someone like Cece, you gotta make it to a certain point with her to take it away from her. Or maybe she allows you to take it away from her. Now, my next question is, how do you know you've gotten to that point? Like, how does someone like Cece know that they've gotten to this point with, someone like Cece know that Lelouch has made it to the end, right? Like, what determines that they've made it to the end? You have to get a strong enough Geass that's developed enough Geass. So I'm assuming that means you have to use it a lot, maybe lose control of it at some point, but not get killed. Because ultimately she just needs him to live. But you know what? Maybe that's not all to it, because Mao was still alive and she abandoned him and he lost control of his mind control abilities. But I think it's because it made him crazy. So I guess it's not only that you have to survive, because she left him and he was still alive walking around somewhere in the world. So when I think about Mao, I think about Cece can make contracts with anybody. If you pay enough attention, you can actually piece it together. Piece what together? Like the Geass and the code to the Geass users specifically. Wait, Sora, what did you want to do next? You mean conditioned to be strong enough? Okay, well, Lelouch definitely has proven that. He's strong in his own way, for sure. Okay, be strong enough to handle the Geass ability. And I guess whenever, and then once he takes Cece's place, he loses his ability to use a Geass and he passes that on to someone else and they awaken their Geass. I think she left Mal just because he was not quite there yet, but because she saw too much of herself in him. He just desired... Oh, interesting. Sora, what are we doing next? Oh, we're doing... Oh, one more? Okay, let's do one more. Okay, fine. We'll do one more. I just desire to be loved. Now, Marianne... This is... I guess this could be going off topic from, Yeah, Cece definitely is soft, I guess. Yeah. That was... But I don't know. Something tells me, like I kind of felt bad for doubting her, for sure. Because I definitely did not trust her. But even though she's revealed, like, her ultimate wish, like, she wants to be genuinely loved. Something, I don't know. Something just feels off. Like, and then, okay, so she reverted back to her old self because I think that whole reality that they're in really messed her up. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure why she reverted that way. I feel like that's weird to me. Like, why would she... Is it because the king was in the process of taking her, like, killing her, and then she stopped it and it messed her up? That's another thing I was confused about, because I'm just like, why? But I think it has to deal with, like, that space they were in. For sure. Now... Oh, okay. No, I will say, Oh, okay. Alright, no spoilers. Okay. Now, I will say, first of all, that dude, he's the Knight 10, whoever the hell his name, Luciano? He needs to chill. Wait, before we even talk about him, let's talk about Suzaku. Like, I was about to flip my lid if he would have did that. I'm so glad he didn't. I'm glad she kicked the shit out of him because that is just so unacceptable. But, oh my god, hold up. We gotta talk about Anya. I didn't really make a big deal about that in the... I think I commented on it a little bit. But why would the king use his Geass on Anya? And she said even after the Chinese Federation... Stuff wasn't adding up in her head after that, and that was super recent. So I'm trying to think, when I look at Anya, that's why she's so weird, because she's getting her mind she's getting, like, her mind tampered with, like, consistently. And I'm trying to think why would that be the case? Okay, cultist by again on. Okay. GG. Like, why would that be the case? Anya. Now, I will say, no, I don't know if this is relevant. I will say I noticed her character design. And to me, all the pink-haired people in this show are special in some way. I don't know how special, but I remember noting when we first saw Anya, I was like, oh, another pink-haired character. I can't take it. She plays a role in some, like, I don't know. Why would the king, even Suzaku was like, why would the king do that? Like, so, how old is Anya? Like, 15? She's like 15 years old? What if she, I'm trying to think of, what if she was a witness to something? I don't know. That, I guess, too little information to really tell. too little information to like really tell. But I just thought I didn't see that she's 15. So how old is Lelouch? Lelouch is like 17. Go back to single player mode. She's like, okay. I'm trying to think if Anya was a witness to something. That's what I'm thinking. Cause why? Like, what would be the reason on why her shit is tampered with? Like, what would be? I don't know. Not enough information. We talked with. We did talk VV. We did talk VV, but we can go back to talking about VV because there's so much. I'm so curious about their past. Cause I feel like VV was the older twin or something, and he was like. We will never lie to. Oh, that's another thing. Remember how he was like, we will never lie to each other? I feel like that's one reason why. One of the reasons why Charles took his code. That's what. But what is he gonna do to Vivi going down so quickly? Oh, wait, you know what? When you brought that up, I was thinking that in my head. I didn't think he was... You know what? But here's the thing, though. I think Vivi wouldn't have gone down if Charles hadn't took his code away. That's the only reason why he died. And Charles took his code away because he knew Lelouch was going to be up in there and he can confront him. And that was the only way to lure Cece out. Because at the end of the day, the king has been trying to get to Cece because he wants her. He wants to take her power. Because remember whenever they were up in that room and Cece was like, oops, my bad, y'all. Remember they were up in that room and Cece was like, you don't need to cajole Lelouch any longer. I already exist here. Because the king was trying to lure her out. But what if he wouldn't have been able to take Cece's power if he did not take his immortality? That's what I think. But I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking that same thing. Oh, I get that he died quickly once contact was made, but he never struck me as a fighter. Oh, yeah, not a physical fighter, but once he got up in that machine, that Stringard, whatever the hell that thing was called, that shit, Strikeford, that spinning shit that Jeremiah was in last season, he be fighting. You know, I feel like, the pumpkin mech. Yeah, the pumpkin mech. Anything. I'm out. I'm out of resin. But you know, Cece was like, why did you know, she asked the king, your dear brother, older brother that you love so much, why did you take his code now? And he didn't even want to answer the question. If she was about to die, he could have gave her the answer. I think, what if Charles didn't really, he didn't really like doing that. He didn't want to do that. But I felt like it was maybe a more so putting Vivi out of his misery type of thing. Because what makes me think that is whenever the Charles came to Vivi and Charles was looking at him like he was like feeling sorry for Vivi whenever he was crawling, and Vivi was like, I guess the only thing we have is like our siblings, we're the only ones we have of each other. And Charles was like, you lied to me again. And I think that was like the last straw for him, because they did make that promise when they were kids that they wouldn't lie to each other. Although I do think the king has been lying to Vivi as well about some things, or he was lying to Vivi as well. Okay, Skeptic, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, That's what I was gonna bring up. I just could not remember. Okay. Part of me, this is gonna be a reach, y'all. This is gonna be a reach. I know it's gonna be a reach. Part of me makes me feel like the king is Lelouch. I don't know. When they were talking about that, he was like, you are me and I am you. I kind of took that literally, not gonna lie. Because, okay, why did I take it literally? Because, now this is gonna be stupid. This is not gonna, like, it's not gonna be, you know, the king's, okay, it's not. Wait a minute. Is Lelouch the king? From a different, like, because remember when Vivi was like, this is a reach, y'all. This is just me theorizing, okay? When Vivi was like, you remind me of Charles, right? That's one hint. And then whenever the king was like, and I didn't mention this in the video because I thought it sounded stupid if I would have said it, but I was like, I was thinking, okay, is Lelouch and the king, are they the same person? Are they like, and because they got the same eye color. That's another, they got the same shade of purple eyes, and all the other kids don't got, well, I think Cornelia actually, she may have the same shade of her, but all the other kids don't got the same color eyes. I can break it. Okay. Yes, you can. Yes, I would absolutely appreciate that. That is no problem. I'm just trying to think, like, you are ready for Steins Gate. Really? I'm telling you, when he was saying you are me and I'm you, I was like, I took that literally because whenever Vivi and them were talking about killing God, I was like, oh, they're talking metaphorically. And then Bartley and the scientists were like, no, they really meant that shit. I was like, oh, they talking for real. They literally mean kill God. What if, hold up, wait a minute, hold on. And then he was like, God is not somebody, oh, is CC God? Is CC God? And the only way to kill her was in the place, in the realm. That was the weapon they were talking about. Is CC God? Because remember, Vivi was like, God is not somebody with a man in a robe or some shit. Not somebody who you know anyway. Remember? Oh my God. Is CC God? That's gonna be crazy. And then because they didn't go through with it, is Lelouch going to become God? No, but he's not going to want to kill her, though. She's going to have to... Hold up. Lelouch is not going to want to kill her. What? And the only other way for her to get her wish... Because God lives for all of eternity. That's essentially God. God is somebody who can grant powers and do all that shit. Oh, my God. Oh my God, is CC God? And that's who they and that's why they've been looking for her. That's why they've been looking for her, to lure her out. Okay, but hold up, there's something else I wanted to mention. Prince Clovis and Bartley were looking for CC to present to her as a gift. I don't know if it was a gift, but they wanted to present her to the king, right? And then I think it was Vivi who said, it was somebody. If I don't know who it was. Vivi who said, I don't know if it was Vivi, but he explained that the king already knew about CC's like existence. Like he already be knowing shit because he's Lelouch. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just theorizing. You said, how do you say that when Bartley said that when he was dying, they should have never got involved with her. Yes, it was Bartley who said that. Because Bartley was like, you're right, it was Bartley. It was Bartley who said that when he was dying. Okay, how do you explain Vivi, though? Okay. Which is why, like, I'm not really sure who would give Vivi. Did Cece give Vivi? Clovis and Barley wanted to present her to the king unaware that he already knew about her. That's what it was. Okay. They were unaware that the king already knew about her existing. He already knew her because that's Lelouch. He been knowing about her. I don't know. I'm just theorizing, guys. Later on, you experience a crazy info dump and you'll piece a good amount of it together and I will clarify things. Okay. I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. Hold up. Let me think. Hold up. Hold on a second. What if... Hold up. Because the show poorly explains it. Does the show poorly explain it in English? I mean in Japanese or in English or in both? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I went back to rewatch like part of the first season in English, I felt like the word choice and the sentences they use made things clearer in some instances. I would have to give an example, but I would have to go back and see. Like, it made the how can I explain it? Like, if anything, I will try watching that part of the info dump that you're talking about in English to see how the English translation chooses to describe it, because sometimes I feel like for English speakers, we say things in a certain way that makes more sense to the situation. It is the quality. Oh, it is the quality of the explanation. Okay. Well, to answer your question about how to explain VV, I'm thinking, well, part of me wants to be like, did CC give VV a Geass? Because it's shown that she can give people Geasses, but I mean, we don't really know the limit. Oh my god, we finished it. What was the time limit? In 1 minute. Wow, that was pretty fast. I'm trying to think. So let's say, I don't think it's explained poorly. I just think it's dumped on you way too quickly to really absorb it all. Okay. Okay. I will... You know what'd be crazy? I'm trying to think if there's like... And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because, Glitter, you told me there's different parallel universes. So there's clearly not... This show is not beyond the realm of time travel or like, I guess, another parallel universe. Was it you, Glitter? I feel like weren't you the one who told me about in another universe? It's called Nunnally's Nightmare. What's up, Colta? Yeah, this makes this a lot easier for us to talk. We just talking about Code Geass as usual. So if, okay, so let's go off the assumption that there are parallel universes, and then within this Geass timeline, right? This Geass timeline, like this timeline, they're gonna mention parallel universes. What if there is a universe where Lelouch took over the king's body or some shit, like he swapped minds or something, like I don't know, because I know he didn't have all those kids. Like, I'm just saying, like, what if he swapped bodies for with the king or something? I don't know. And like, that's why he knew about CC. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing here because I'm trying to think. Damn, 20 seconds. Okay, what was the last thing? Okay. What was I said? I think I said what? I don't know if y'all heard the theory. I said, what if Lelouch like took over the king's body or some shit, and his mind is in the king's body? I don't know, because I know he did not have like all those kids. You know, I don't know. But then I'm just like, what did I say? I said, what did I say? I said, what the fuck did I just say? I can't remember what I just said. I said the king. Oh my god, guys, I forgot what I said. I said the king had his body. What if the king had his body taken over? Oh, okay, VV, right? What if VV? Okay, you guys mentioned people can have more than one code. Okay, we know one code is immortality, and I don't know what this other code could be. What if it's like, I don't know, swapping bodies? I don't know, but it seems to me, if Vivi got his code, I'm assuming that Charles and Vivi are twins. Like, that just, I don't know. And Vivi's like the older twin, something. Like, what if Vivi got his code at a young age and Charles just grew up like without him because he was immortal? So it seems to me he was never in Lelouch's position, whereas he had someone like Cece and do you guys know what I mean? Like, he was never like in a position where he had to kill somebody and take their immortality. It seems to me like if Vivi just got his immortality from someone gave him a code, gave him the code for immortality. That's what it seems like to me, because he's too young. You know what I mean? Like, unless, you know what would be crazy? No, that wouldn't make sense. I'm just thinking of all these possibilities. What if... No, that wouldn't make sense. Okay, I'm about to just spout out a bunch of shit that I'm thinking about, and it's not gonna make any sense. Ooh, a steak? Ooh, that sounds good. You gonna put some red wine and some onion, gonna put some thyme and rosemary on that? Oh my god. Oh, that sounds so good. Okay, guys, none of this is gonna make sense. I'm just gonna spout out all these things running through my head. So just take it with a grain, don't take me seriously. What if Marianne had, like, Cece and Marianne had a Geass, right? And she was having kids, and she's the mother of Charles and Vivi, and Charles and Vivi are actually brother and, like, Charles, Vivi, and Lelouch, they're like brothers and sisters. I don't know. And, like, what if she gave Vivi immortal? I don't know. It don't make no sense. Never mind. Forget it. It don't make no sense. Because Cece, I'm just trying to see how Marianne fits into all this. It makes me feel like, what if Marianne, like, if Marianne didn't know them when they were younger, like they grew up together, and Vivi didn't love her, like they were all kids in the kingdom and shit, and even though it was said that Marianne is a commoner, so that wouldn't work, but let's just, for argument's sake, like, they were all kids. Vivi somehow got the Geass. Like, what if Cece gave Marianne a Geass or something, and I'm just trying to figure out how to explain Vivi getting a Geass. Like, how would he have a Geass? How would he have the code for... He doesn't have a Geass. He has the code for immortality. And I don't think Vivi ever had a Geass. I just think he awakened. He got the code for immortality. He got that position, and he was able to awaken the Geass and Lelouch's... And not Lucius, and Charles. Now, here's my thing. How do we know Charles didn't mess with Vivi's memory? But that's us assuming that he got his Geass from Vivi. But yeah, he did, because they had a contract with each other. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. So remember how the contract between Vivi and Charles was to kill God? Now, if Cece is God, Charles didn't follow through with the contract. Okay, Geass does not work on code bearers. Okay, that's right. Geass don't work on code bearers. Now, wait a minute. So, okay, with that knowledge, Cece and Vivi and Charles, They had the contract to kill God, and with that weapon, and that's Cece. Cece is the God they're talking about, they're referring to. Because an immortal woman who's been living for so long, I feel like she's the God. Use it on Cece ever, and Cece wasn't able to use it on the nun. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. I remember. But Charles didn't follow through with the contract with VV. I don't know at what point did they get to where Charles was able to steal VV's code, because he became strong enough in his Geass. That's right. We established that it deals with the strength of the Geass user. So he became strong enough, and he took VV's code from him. And it's interesting to me that he waited until VV was severely wounded to do so. Which to me told me he wanted to kill VV, in my opinion. He just didn't want to do it directly. Or like he was just waiting for the right time to do it when Cece was there and Lelouch was there, probably to kill two birds with one stone. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking, like, how did VV become a code bearer? And he is so young. And I'm assuming that VV has not been in a position with Lelouch where he had to kill a code bearer, like kill like the person who gave him a Geass. You know what I mean? So it all boils, but I do think Cece is the God that they're talking about. I think Cece is the God that they're talking about for sure. Now I do think Vivi killed Marianne. Now why would he do that? Why would he kill Marianne? What would his motive be to kill Marianne? Now, I don't know if that plays a role, what parallel universes, or like prophecy, or like the king saying to Lelouch, you are me and I am you. Damn. So I'm just like, where are he at? Oh my god, these pigs, man. Lelouch wasn't, oh, okay, I thought you meant, but you guys see, you know, I know I'm reaching here. I know I'm definitely reaching here with these, theories, but that, you know, I think that's what makes this show so great, is because literally it just forces you to think. It just forces you to think. Like, and you know what? I feel like Cece's more powerful than what I think, than what I think she is. I feel like she's more powerful than what she even remembers. Because remember when she touched, hold on. Remember when Cece touched Anya and there was like this mind connection thing? And she was like, Marianne, that's what you did. What the hell did Marianne do? Did Marianne... Oh my god, there's so many possibilities. What the hell did she do? I just remembered that she did that. What the hell did she do? And it has something to do with Anya. It's always the pink-haired characters in this show. There's always something going on with them. What? Now, if... Hold on. You know what would be crazy? Hold on. Wait. I'm thinking about... Okay, I'm thinking Marianne had a Geass power. That's what I'm thinking. Okay? Let's just humor me here on Marianne having a Geass power. Because she was close to CC. It seemed like they were close. And the only way you're gonna be close to CC is if you got a Geass and she made a contract with you. It's just Marianne didn't survive. And so she wanted to find her son and she found her son, and it was Lelouch, because remember in the first episode of season 1, she was like, I finally found you, whenever Lelouch found her inside the thing, remember? So I'm thinking Marianne transferred her consciousness into Anya's body, or okay, hold on, this is a reach, I know, humor me on these theories here. I'm thinking Marianne, she used her Geass ability. Maybe she could switch bodies with people. Maybe she could do that. I don't know what her Geass will have to do. Maybe since she was a commoner, she always wanted... I don't fucking know. I don't know. What if she switched her bodies with the baby? Because back then, Anya would have been like... Let's see. Lelouch was how old? Lelouch was how old? Okay, so if Lelouch is 17, 18, and Anya's 15, and what, 8 years ago, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So Lelouch would have been 8, Nunnally would have been like 6, something. So, 8, 7, 6. So Anya would have been 6 years old, 5 years old. Oh wait, hold on. He playing as Demon Slayer right now? Y'all get what I'm saying? And okay, y'all, I know y'all don't want to say nothing, but like, there's just so much, like, what if Marianne switched body? But then Anya was like, she said that her memories in her diary, it don't make sense. Shit ain't adding up. What if the king... I'm just trying to think, what would be a reason for why the king would use his Geass on Anya, some 15-year-old girl? From like a year ago. From like years ago. He's been using his Geass on her. Why would he do that? Like, why would he be doing that? And I feel like it's a connection with Marianne. That's the only way, y'all. That's the only reason. There's no other reason why he would do that. Because things is from 8 years ago, right? 8 years ago, when she was first killed. Marianne was killed. Unless, I could be way off though. I have to go back to see what Anya said in that episode. I need to rewatch my episode again to see what she told Suzaku about her diary and the shit. And she was like, even the Chinese Federation, she was like, even recently. Oh, this is gonna bother me. I'm trying not to binge watch the whole show, y'all. Man, if Steins Gate is like this, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of, like, if Steins Gate is like Cookies, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh my god. I'm convinced now Cece's God. Cece is the god that we're talking about, like, that's... And the only way to kill Cece is in that place, in that weapon. Because remember, she did say she already exists there. So what the hell is that? What is that? Like, what is that place? What is that place? Like... Oh! Oh my god. That is Demon Slayer. That is Demon Slayer. Colta, I forgot. You in the chat. Colta, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I totally recognize that Demon Slayer. That Demon Slayer song you were playing. totally, yeah, I totally recognize that. Y'all ready for? How can we watch? I'm ready for y'all. Y'all know the anime movies coming out, right? First off, before I even talk about the anime movies, I need to watch this new Code Geass Parallel Universe thing. That's what we need to watch. That's what I want to watch. I wonder if we could watch that on Twitch. I wonder if we could watch that on Twitch, but like definitely there's just so much. Holy shit. I just need to know what Jeremiah is going to do with Guilford, Cornelia, like I'm at this point. What's today? Today is Saturday. Oh, today's Saturday now. But I think the new My Hero Academia comes out. Also with well, if that's the case, new My Hero, I'm thinking about if I should just watch the next Code Geass. Oh my god. Yeah, I got my water right here, Colta. I don't know what you're talking about. I got my water. Where's y'all's water at? How about this huge thing? But I do want to ask y'all, Colta, you gotta join on the game night, because before I was streaming Genshin, we were playing these games, the Jackbox Party Pack box. You gotta join on that next time. It was a lot of fun. It was so funny. When do you guys want to have when do you guys want to do that again? No, you don't have to have it. That's okay. You don't have to have it. I have it. You guys just join the lobby. So it's okay. You don't have to have it. Yeah, like we were, before I was streaming Genshin, I was streaming I think many people watched the last 3 episodes. Many people watched the last 3 episodes together. So there's 25 episodes, so that's 25, 24, 23. 23 to 25. Yeah, I'll hit you up next time I'm on. I gotta decide when we should play again. Yeah, Colta, it was so much fun. Like, I know Sora was dying laughing. I was laughing. I don't know about the others, but I think they were laughing maybe at some point. It was a lot of fun. I think you would like it. There was no way I was able to talk about Code Geass during that because it was too involved. But it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. If anything, hold up. I want to see, where my resin at? I do got some fragile resin, not gonna lie. I've been just trying to yo, hold up. I could do one more dungeon, y'all. Alright guys, we're gonna go do another dungeon. We're gonna go do another dungeon. Let's do, I'm thinking we should do, wait, what's today? Friday? What's the, it's diligence. No. What about this? Oh, let's go do resistance, y'all. Let's do the resistance dungeon. We're gonna go to Mondstadt, Colta, and we're doing resistance. Although, yeah, you can do level 90. What's today? Saturday? Yo, guys, I have got to tell y'all something. So, I don't know if I told y'all what happened about my Domino's order. Did I tell you about that? Did I tell y'all that story? Did I tell y'all about what happened about me and my Domino's order? Okay, I must have not. Maybe I was so pissed about it, like I think I had complained to my sister. I complained her ear off, and so I didn't talk about it when I got on stream because I had got it all out. But long story short, I had ordered some pizza. It was the day it was raining, right? I ordered some hold up. I ordered some pizza and it was raining. Now, me living in New York for how long I've been living here and understanding what it's like to deliver in weather and in the city like this, I totally forgave the 2-hour wait. Like, I forgave it. So I think it hit like the 3 hour mark or something. And what do I need in here? Oh, this is ice slimes. I need the friendship XP. My bad. I know Animo is useless against frozen slimes, but we'll be alright. So it was like 2 hours, and then, you know, on the Domino's tracker app, like, it tells you when they're making your order and then when it's delivered. So I think I waited like 3 hours, and I ordered like $50 worth of shit. Like, I ordered like a bunch of food because I was just gonna pig out and then just go to the gym tomorrow. I ordered like cheesy bread, 2 pizzas, and extra sauce, a bunch of toppings, all that shit. So I waited 3 fucking hours, and then on the app it said that your order was delivered. Like, my order was delivered. And obviously the person had shown up yet. But knowing my experience, I know sometimes the delivery guys will put they delivered the order because they got, like, maybe on their end they have like a timer for how long it takes them. So they'll just put that and then they're pulling up. So I was like, okay, the dude's probably just about to pull up. Something like that. So I waited an extra 30 minutes. Dude never showed up. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to walk to this Domino's. So I walked in the rain to this Domino's, and it was super obvious to me they were busy. Like, I could tell they were really fucking busy. Totally understand. I'm an understandable person. And so I went up in there. Hold up. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I went up in there, and everybody is just it's just chaos in there, for lack of a better term. And I talked to the dude. I said, hey dude, well, I didn't say dude, I said, excuse me sir, but blah blah blah, my order, I have been waiting for 2 hours, but you know what, I understand that you guys must be really busy. Like, I get it. Damn, what is going on here? Like, I understand y'all are really busy, but I have been waiting like 3 hours, and it said it was delivered, but the guy never showed up. So then the guy is like, oh, okay, well, he's probably just gonna pull up. And I said, well, I did wait an extra 40 minutes. So I'm at this point where I kind of just want my money back, to be honest with you. Now, as I'm at the store, the delivery guy shows up. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Oh, I knew I was gonna die. This wasn't a good decision to bring him in here. I knew the guy calls my phone, the delivery guy calls my phone, and he's like, hey, I'm outside your apartment. I said, oh my god, why did you mark the order delivered if it was gonna take you like 30-40 minutes? I already walked to the Domino's over here to like get a refund. And so I was like, you know what, just stay there, I'll walk back. And then I'm over here thinking about it, and I was just like, you know what, honestly, I kind of just want my money back. I just want my money back. And to be quite frank with you, that food is probably freezing cold. I want my food and my money back. That's what I told them, to be real. Like, I was like, I want my $50-something back because I know that food is probably cold. And so the dude was like, no, I can't give you your money back. Blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, can you just give me a refund, and can you just give me a cheesy bread because for the 3 hour wait and because you marked it delivered? Well, I find out that this guy, the manager I'm talking to, he's the one that marked it delivered in the app because I showed it to him. He goes, oh yeah, that's me, because it tells you the name of the person. I said, oh, you're not, I said, oh, so you marked it delivered in the app, not the delivery guy. So it was you. I said, why would you do that if you're not even delivering the order? And, you made me think that the guy wasn't going to show up. So he was just like, no, ma'am, I know, but this never happens. We're just so busy. This, that, and the third. I said, hold on, wait a minute. I said, let me tell you something. Look, all that talking you're doing, I don't want to hear nothing else if you're not telling me you're going to give me a cheesy bread. No, I'm sorry, I can't give you a cheesy bread. I said, hold up. You telling me you can't just give me a cheesy bread after the 3 hour wait, and after you're the one that marked it the order delivered, not the delivery driver, and you're admitting to me it was your fault? You telling me you can't give me a cheesy bread? He was like, no, I'm sorry. But you know what he did give me? He gave me like 10 sauces. And if you know anything about Domino's, they be charging for those extra sauces. So I'm just like, okay, so you giving me a free liter of soda, which I don't drink soda like that, so you can take this back. But you giving me these sauces, what the hell I'm gonna eat these sauces with? Because you ain't giving me the cheesy bread. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was way more madder. Like, I was way more pissed than how I'm sounding now. Like, I was extremely angry. And you know what? I looked up for reviews for this place afterwards, and literally everybody said the same thing. Say the same thing about 2-hour wait, blah, blah, blah. So, I was, and you know what? You know the type of person I am, y'all? I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like that person who has the time to call corporate and complain. That is honestly me. Like, if you screw me over hard enough, if you make me wait 3 hours for some food, and then I have to walk to the store to get said food, and then you can't even give me a cheesy bread, but you gonna give me a bunch of sauces. I am that person. Like, I will be that person to complain. So, I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of yelling. There was yelling. And I said, let me tell you something. I am a supervisor where I work. And I work in a kind of similar job to you. And real customer services, you would have gave me that cold ass food and you would have refunded me. That's just how it worked. And he's like, no, so you wouldn't give it to me. So, okay. I left with my 10 sauces that he gave to me. And he did refund me my money. All right. So, ooh, that sounds nice. Next day, I called corporate. I complained. And this was like last week, y'all, right? And honestly, I had forgot about it. Let it go. Tell me why I get a phone call today. Actually, right before I streamed. I get a phone call right before I stream. And it's this lady. She goes, hey, is this Kimberly? And I was like, yeah. Hey, this is so-and-so. Ooh. And I know what happened to you, and I just want to say, can you tell me what you ordered? Because it is so not right that he did not give you your food, honestly. After the 3-hour wait, and you walked to the store from your house, like, he should have honestly gave you the food. And I said, oh my God, yeah, he never got back with me, but who is this? Are you like the manager? She goes, no, but he makes me do manager work. I was like, oh. She goes, look, these are the days that I work, and these are the hours that I work. Just tell me your order, and I will make it for you, but I'm not going to put it in the system and you just come pick it up, because they're not going to want me to do it, and I'm going to do it for you. Guys, I ordered like $50 worth of food. And so this lady one of the girls at the store called me. She goes, yeah, he's kind of terrible with that. I couldn't believe he didn't give you the cheesy bread after you walked and then waited for 3 hours. So, I will just say this. Yes, an angel in disguise, bruh. I couldn't believe it. So, Crystal, I will be calling her on either Friday. What day she said she works? She works Friday, Sunday, and Monday. And I will be getting that food for our game night stream. That was why. You said, and Glitter, you said, as someone who used to work fast food, there was no excuse for what happened to you. And for his... Yo, it honestly, yeah, like... How you make somebody wait 3 hours, and you know what? I forgave the 3 hours because it was raining and I know delivery, whatever. I forgave it, but then the manager marked it delivered in the app. And when he did that, it wasn't the delivery driver. It made me think, okay, well, he's about to pull up. Dude never showed up. So I walked to the store in the rain. And, like, he did not care. He's like, no, I can't give it to you either. You pay for it. I said, are you for real right now? You know what you're doing is wrong. But since you know what you're doing, fine. But, hey, man, corporate, bruh. So I'm ready for that cheesy bread with that marinara dip sauce and the 2 pizzas. Yeah, you know what was funny, Skeptic? Okay, I'm not embarrassed. I was like yelling at him, take accountability. I was kind of screaming at him, take accountability. You are a supervisor. You really not gonna give me some raggedy ass cheesy bread? But you gonna give me 10 marinara sauces though. What the hell I'm gonna eat this shit? It's actually kind of funny. Now it's funny. At the time it was not funny. Yeah, order some pizza tomorrow, Glitter. I have a mind to like make some homemade pizza. Colta, what do y'all want to do? We can do anything. I'm down for anything. Colta, you got enough resin? But bruh, seeing that, okay, that Pizza Hut pizza, I totally forgot while watching that. Oh, okay, Sora. Okay, we can do your commissions. I'm down to do commissions. All right, Sora, have a good night. Of course, thanks for stopping by. I love me Blaze pizza. Yo, pizza sounds so good. Oh, God. My mom makes like some great homemade pizza. I want to make some. I want to make some here. Oh my goodness. And you know, there are some really great pizza spots here in New York, of course. But I gotta be honest, if I was being real with y'all, Southern food is better, in my opinion, than Northern food. And I think it's just how even like Chinese takeout is seasoned differently. It's just different. And I feel like the food is just so much better in the South. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to think. What else did I miss from Code Geass? Did I miss anything? Damn, this silly troll messed me up. I don't even think I have. Did I miss? What did I? Okay, did we talk? I want to make sure we talk because I swear every time we have these Code Geass discussions, I remember shit later. Like, oh shit, I should have brought that up. What's up, Evil? You make your steak? Okay, what did you guys think about what I said about Rolo? You said sent to Yeet, Violetta, and Ogie. I mentioned Ogie a little bit and Violetta. Okay, we didn't talk about Rolo, which I did bring him up in the video because who described him as a tragic monster? Was that Skeptic or Glitter? One of y'all said that, and I thought that was so true because I really felt. Oh, I don't have the right artifacts on Bennett. My bad, Colta. Not gonna be much help. Okay, let me switch this stuff back. Yeah, he didn't even have his stuff on him. Oops. Oopsies. Because he was not doing no damage. Okay, fine. I said that, okay, I had said about Rolo that Rolo, you know, killed Shirley, like, terrible, right? Get it? We got it. But I just felt like how Vivi was talking to Rolo, that's how Vivi was talking to Rolo at the research facility. And I feel like it's even safe to say that the kids there at the research facility were mentally, physically, emotionally abused in all manners, right? Until basically they become like robots. Like they're just like a shell. So because of Lelouch's tomfoolery and his bamboozlement and you know, Lelouch hoodwinking him into thinking that Lelouch actually gives a fuck about him, I think why Rolo is like that, like he's so desperate to hold on to any type of closeness. And this goes back to this reoccurring theme of sibling relationship, sibling bond. That's who I forgot to mention because we talked about Vivi and Charles' relationship as siblings, Lelouch and Nunnally, Callan and her relationship. She mentions her older brother. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Cornelia and Yuffie as siblings. There's that, right? Rolo's trying to have that sibling bond with Lelouch, even though it is fucking fake. So I can understand why he killed Shirley, because at the end of the day, he was killing people. Remember, and Violetta was like, please stop killing our people. Right? So we knew the type of person he was, and Shirley was just another number to him. Like, he was nothing. So I can understand how Shirley meant nothing to him. For sure. It just makes me feel so bad for him. It makes me feel bad for him. And, I have a feeling that Rolo is going to be ultimately alone in the end. I have a feeling that Lelouch, he's going to use his Geass and freeze the whole world or some shit, and he's going to be stopped. Everybody's going to stop moving for him forever. He's going to be in a world where he'll truly be alone. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't want it to happen to him, even though he did kill Shirley. He is just a tragic monster. Good night, Chelly. Thanks so much for stopping by, of course. Of course, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good night. And remember that bunny. Oh, yeah. Chelly was the one who drew the bunny, guys, with the big butt. Oh, that's funny. You said for better or for worse? I'm dead. That's funny. Oh, my God. I had a great hearty laugh from that. That was funny. Oh, my God. I'm just trying to think, how can Rolo survive? See, Lelouch has got to kill Rolo in a way that looks like just killed during battle. He's got to do it where Rolo actually dies and Rolo don't survive and realizes that he's been tricked and Lelouch is actually trying to kill him, because Rolo could ruin all his plans. Did we miss anything, guys? You said Sayako. We talked about Sayako and Ogi a little bit. I'm glad. What happened to Violetta anyway? She's probably being held prisoner somewhere. Ooh, you know what's crazy? If Violetta's held prisoner, what's keeping her from revealing Lelouch's identity? I mean, besides Rolo killing her ass to the other Black Knights. Yo, what if Diehard's keeping it a secret? Oh my God, there's just so much that could. Oh my God, Diehard could be keeping Violetta's her being captured a secret from Zero, because Ogi doesn't want nobody else to know about her. So Diehard's like, okay, I won't tell nobody about her, but she's got to maybe Sayako's holding her prisoner somewhere, and he's gonna force Ogi to agree with him on shit and just be force Ogi to be a co-signer, right? Instead of, because Diehard and Ogi always disagree with each other. They got different ways of thinking. And so, yeah, so it's where's Violetta at? I'm not sure. But I feel like that could go a number of ways depending on how they're handling the situation. Because I know they didn't just let her go. Ooh. Oops. I feel like that's all, guys, that I'm trying to think. Could you imagine if they just had her? Oh my God, no, I can't imagine. No, I couldn't imagine, because I feel like Violetta would have been, she would have been she's been too important of a character for her to just die. That would have been, actually, you know what? That would have been crazy. Oh my God, that would have been really sad. Violetta, I guess, is another female character that at least she's trying not to have the love factor fuck shit up for her in terms of her career and just her life. So, but still, I don't know. Oops. Oh, no. Wait. cannot imagine her splattering on the ground though. But I feel like her and Cornelia are like two of the best female characters in the show. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Yuffie. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Yuffie. I would say the only thing that I didn't like about Yuffie, what she did, is when she ran out in front of the buildings and like, and not buildings, when she ran out when all the nightmares were fighting, when they were jumping Jeremiah and they were trying to assassinate him and kill him because they thought he betrayed. But I will say, you know, one thing about Yuffie is I loved her character growth. I loved her character growth and how she didn't want to announce, she announced Suzaku being her knight. Like, she did fight in her own way. She fought in her own way for, like, her own, she fought for, you know, she went against her sister Cornelia in announcing Suzaku being her knight. So let me, you know, give Yuffie some more credit. It's not in her typical, she not fight out there in the battlefield fighting, but she's fighting in a different way. So, I mean, I can respect that for sure. I mean, I know we don't give a shit. I mean, I know we don't like Nina, but let's think about how Nina has grown as a character and how she's doing what she feels is right. We don't agree with her, but she's fighting in her own way as well, you know? And that's trying to, like, not be biased. That's trying not to be biased. But guys, there is just so much. Now, what is Jeremiah gonna do with Cornelia and luring Guilford? What, like, he called, and you know, I felt like it's so disrespectful. They still calling him Orange. I feel so bad for Jeremiah. He don't be getting mad about it no more. But, like, they got Cornelia. How are they gonna use her? How are they gonna use her? Because like Lelouch said, the king don't give a shit about no hostages. He don't care about no hostages. So how is, but you know who do care about Cornelia? Guilford. That's who care about her. So I wonder what the directions are. They're probably in this war, infiltrate their military somehow using Guilford. Probably threatening Guilford, hey, we're gonna hurt Cornelia and we know you love her. So, excuse me, if you can, sorry. Excuse me, guys. So we're gonna need you to sabotage some shit. Probably. I don't know. Now, I want to see the longer conversation with Lelouch and Cornelia. I would love to see how that conversation goes, because he would have to face Cornelia, like, Yuffie's sister. I mean, they're all brothers and sisters, but you know, like, you know, she was like, Lelouch, what the fuck do you want? And he goes, I just want to protect my sister. And she goes, yeah, okay. That's real funny. That's real funny coming from you. I don't think we can do this in co-op mode, guys. Can we do this in co-op mode? I don't think we can. Oh, he's dead. Damn. Yeah, no co-op mode. I will say this, the main thing I'm mostly looking forward to is the history of Marianne. Marianne is at the center of all of this. I can imagine the amount of rage I would feel from hearing that answer. As, bruh, can you imagine if I can't, like, I would. But okay, would you rather it be an accident or him do it on purpose? Which is worse? Right? Which would be worse? Hearing that he did it on accident and it could have been avoided, or that he did it on purpose? That's the real question. You prefer it was an accident. No one would accept it being. Yeah. Okay, let's just say. I mean, yeah, they don't got an. I would agree. No one would accept it. But what would be worse though? Like if you had somebody you knew and love and they were killed, would you rather it be an accident or if they were killed purposely, on purpose? Which one's the worst one? I don't know. That's a tough decision. What domain is this? Domain of mastery. What domain is this? Is this the ice slimes? I don't even know how to even answer that question. No one would prefer anything, but what would be something in your heart that you could accept the most? Right? Absolutely an accident. Since there was no malicious intent, stupidity is more easily forgivable for me. I would say, like, I will have to say, if I knew someone did something like that on purpose, I would say that kind of reminds me. Okay, I know we're going back to Jujutsu Kaisen. It reminds me of Jujutsu Kaisen, what Junpei said before he died, when he was talking to Yuji, and he was like, to know the truth that somebody cursed me and my mom on purpose, that's too hard to face. That's too hard. Like, and I feel like that's like a universal feeling, to know somebody wanted to hurt somebody you love or you on purpose, right? So I mean, I feel like if Lelouch came clean to Cornelia, it's not as I mean, it'd be hard, but at least she would know that Lelouch didn't do it on purpose, didn't murder Yuffie on purpose to advance his end goal, right? So what's I gonna say? In some ways it is a kindness to remain in a bad guy, though. Are you talking about, like, it makes her have clear thoughts about the situation? Oh, instead of feeling conflicted about it? I see what you're saying. Like, it's easy. Like, not only is it easier to just accept that people are just not going to know the truth, and like, and you just want to be that evil person forever, no matter what the real situation. I can understand what you mean when you say that. For sure. Oh my god. It's that mist. Okay. Oh my god, there's two more. Ooh, hold up. Let me eat some food before I die here. What? Oh, stop. Oh, dang, he getting messed. Okay. But like I was saying, I definitely understand, like, I get that skeptic for sure. And it is also it's just easier to do that instead of just going through the emotional turmoil, internal confliction people are going to have. Yeah, I can understand that. Now, what's going to happen when Suzaku and Lelouch meet up at the shrine? What's going to happen then? I know Suzaku's not gonna kill him, is he? Is he gonna kill him? Is it gonna... I swear, is it gonna be a situation where they go through this war, he helps Nunnally, and then when he meets with Suzaku, Suzaku kills him in the end? Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what's gonna happen? And then he lies to Nunnally and is like, I don't know where Lelouch is. And then Nunnally's gonna be like, you're lying to me. Yo, look, speaking of Nunnally, I am so proud of her. I am so proud of her. She she was like, Miss Lorimer, excuse me, but I believe I'm the viceroy. So I'm gonna need you to just do what I tell you to do. Don't try to play games with me. Don't be funny. You better not hurt no more 11s. And I respect it. Nunnally, I am so proud of her. I am so happy she is not a pushover. I mean, shit, she can't be a pushover. I respect it. I'm so proud of her. I know Lelouch would be proud of her too. And I'm just looking forward to their oh, excuse me, guys. Whoo, that burp was kind of painful, not gonna lie. Ugh. I'm just like looking forward to their reunion, their other reunion, a real reunion. If you know, it'd be crazy if they don't even get a reunion, and she just thinks that he's gone missing or something. I don't know. That would be, oh my god, I don't even want to think about that. Oh, we're in this one. Okay, hold up. Let me change her book. Let me put her stuff on her. Hold up. Wait a minute. Ooh, yeah. Let's just put the strongest stuff on her. Because... Hold up. Where are we at? 74%? Oh, wait a minute. This attack. Okay, this will do. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Miss Lorimer, she gotta go. She do gotta go. I knew by that big mole on her face. She has to go. Yo, and okay, speaking of Miss Lorimer, what's with her with coming for Nunnally? Like, she... You know what? Okay, last episode made me have a lot more respect for, Gino. What's his name? Gino. Because he was like, don't you think you being a little too hard? You putting all this pressure on her? And I'm just like, what did she want Nunnally to do again? Like, what did you want Nunnally to do? And then that's when Gino had to be like, Miss Lorimer, don't you think you doing a little too much? You doing a little too much. Oh my god, I'm burning. I am freaking burning. To make the 11 miserable. I mean, yeah, that's true. No, but I meant like when the king went missing. When the king went missing, what did she want Nunnally to do? And that's why Gino was like, can you stop? Can you not? Like, can you relax, bruh? You put a little bit too much pressure on her. Because she was like, you are the viceroy, Nunnally. Wait, what dungeon? What is this? Like, what dungeon is this Colta? I would say the top things I want to know about is Marianne and Anya. And I feel like Anya could be connected with Marianne. But I think it was to take full responsibility for some situation. Miss Lorimer, she better get the fuck out of here with that. Nunnally ain't taking no responsibility for what? She just tight because Nunnally had to put her in her place previous episode. That's why she was really mad. Now, what's gonna happen? Who's this Luciano dude? Like, bro, like, why we got enemy? And why was he trying to kill Suzaku? Like... What's his problem? They called him the vampire of the battlefield. Is that's what they call him? The vampire of the battlefield. Bro, if you don't get the hell out of here with that BS. And you saw he has no respect for authority. Maybe only the Knight 1, because the Knight 1 is probably the only one that could put him in his place. But Bruh, like, you doing too much. Like, what's the point? He probably don't like 11s. That's probably what it is. So he don't like Suzaku. And then you saw how he was being super disrespectful to Gino, trying to say like, "Oh, you just got a good family name. You ain't about nothing." And then Gino was like, "Oh, so that's what you really think? You think that's it? Oh, you think he's just a psychopath?" You gotta have a psychopath in the military. Oh my god, I'm burning up. Okay, he's dead. Oh, next episode explains more about him. Okay, cool. Because I'm already tired of him. He's doing way too much. And honestly, I'm just to be real. Like when Suzaku was like asking Callan about Lelouch, I feel like she should have just admitted it. She should have just admitted it. Wait, are you not accepting rewards, Kota? Okay, let me think. There was something else I want. Hold on, let me think. Okay, here's another thing. Okay, this is back to CC. Remember in CC's flashback where we saw her take the Geass from the sister nun? Why was it so violent looking? What was that? Okay, you know what that frame reminded me of? I actually used it as a thumbnail. The frame of her where she was holding her chest and she was all bloody. I don't know what episode it was in. I don't know. But there's this flashback to when Cece was like sitting in some water in a river and it looked like a parasite in her body. It looked like some type of something within her body. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about? What is that? Is that what that was? Why she was so bloody? Like, what is that what Charles wants? He wants that thing, whatever that is. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Is that what that is? It's scarring? Because I thought it was alive. It looked like it was pulsating. It had veins. I don't know. I thought it was like, I don't know what I thought it was. So I just figured, like, why was she... And why she got scarring? Shouldn't all her wounds be healed? I'm talking about, like, when she first killed the sister nun and she became immortal. She had all this blood in, like, her chest and stuff. And so it made me think back to another episode back in season... I feel like it was in season 1. In season 1 where Blade... Now, I will say I have not read or watched Blade of the Immortal, but it is on my watch list. Okay, guys, let's do the cryo dungeon. Let me go to cryo, then Geo. No, Geocube. Okay, we'll do cryo first, since I did say cryo first. Let me think, hold up. Okay, we talked about, it is fine to give it a go, but given how you have railed about Code Geassness, I mean, okay, I feel like when I watch certain, because it honestly, if we're gonna be real, it is most, and yo, speaking of which, this is on the topic of female characters in anime. This is kind of off topic, but it's similar a little bit. A lot of Code Geass merch is ecchi. A lot of the Code Geass merch is ecchi. Damn. Of course. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at that. But I was gonna say, speaking, okay, so I was gonna say at first, when I watch anime, I have to always keep in my mind, okay, there's like a 80 to 90% chance that the female underage girls or the women in this show are about to be just, it's for the male gaze. I kind of accept that, and I have to turn off that part of my brain that cares about that and just try to like see other stuff if I want to join, because most anime is like that. But on an interesting note, there was this interview with Gege Akutami, who was the creator and author of Jujutsu Kaisen, and then the creator of, who is it, Bleach, Tite Kubo, I have to call him Tite Kubo. Okay, who, I'm gonna have to be Zhao on this. And they were talking about the female characters in their stories, right? And they were talking about whether they liked each other's female characters. And so Tite Kubo had told Gege that he wasn't a fan of the female characters in his story. And so when he asked them why, he said that they're just not his type, like his type of girl. So people basically surmise that to mean, if you think about the female characters in Bleach, which I've seen a little bit of Bleach. I did not watch the series. My sister loved Bleach, and I'm sure it's a great story. And I actually had thought about reacting to it, just to like give it a chance and for like content for the channel. But oh, I need to heal. But I do remember that one girl who people hold on. I've seen people describe her as being, she could be the most powerful character in the show, but her personality prevents her. Her name is Orihime or something. And like, if you look at Tite Kubo's art, he draws like the girls in like sex positions, whatever. Whereas if you look at Jujutsu Kaisen, like Nobara, Maki, and all them, you got some strong ass female characters, right? So I think it comes down to have a new school versus old school. And Tite Kubo had told Gege that newer fans like female characters like that, like the female characters in what you call it, in Jujutsu Kaisen. So it could be just like an old school thing, you know what I mean? Let's kill this dude. Ooh. Yee. Okay. You said, yeah, Christ, let me just drive some nails through my fat. Right? That's Nobara right there. Now, I don't know much about Orihime, but I do know she was sexualized a lot, and she had like a rescue me personality from what I've remember from the very, very few episodes of Bleach that I've seen. So I brought this up. There was a point on why I brought this up. Yeah, Blade of the Immortal. I could give it a chance because I just have to turn off that part of my brain. And you know what? It's like the female characters in Code Geass, what's done to them. It's not so, I don't want to say obvious. He said she was always the damsel. Okay then. Okay, I guess Orihime was always the damsel. But the stuff that's done to like the female characters in Code Geass, I would say if you are watching Code Geass casually, did the game freeze? What happened? Oh, okay. I thought the game froze. I will say like, it's, if you're watching Code Geass casually, maybe you don't really notice it. But like if you pay attention, it's just, and I don't know if it's done on purpose, and like, what was I going to say? It's interesting to note that that person in the comment section, if you remember, I don't know if you guys read this comments, but I know Skeptic, you saw the comment where the person was like, fun fact is they wanted to do a kissing scene with the king and Cece, right? But then the director, they like threatened, no, we're not doing that, and they were just totally against it. And I'm just like, okay, for the king's character, I never, I'm happy they didn't, because I don't see the king being that type of man anyway. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. Like, somebody in the comments, you know what? Let me go read the comment. Let me read the comment right now. They had said, let me see. They said, fun fact, the writer originally wanted Charles to kiss Cece right in front of Lelouch. Some NTR kink, I guess. The idea was strongly opposed by the director team, threatening to quit. Then it was dropped. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, great. Because I don't really see the king being that type of man anyway. But I mean, he's the king of Britannia, so he's not exactly the best man. But I don't really see him being perverse like that. But I will say, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm missing something. There's something. I'm thinking like what else I wanted to bring up to y'all. There's just so much going on. Like, okay, here's something else. Wait a minute. Y'all remember when Jeremiah was like over Bartley's body and he was like, I will honor you? I'm like, what did he mean by that? What is he gonna do? And does it have anything to do with Guilford and Cornelia? Because he was loyal to the Britannian family, which is what he respects the most, because he's loyal to Marianne. He respects the loyalty, but he didn't really like him. Okay, I'm hope I survive. So I'm like, how are you about to honor Bartley? What you finna do? What exactly are you going to do? I know you guys are not gonna tell me, but that's something else I was thinking about. I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on, I'm thinking back to what happened. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay. Oh, I should heal. Let me heal. Sorry, y'all. Ooh. And you know what else I noticed? And I feel like this is a pattern done on purpose. Every time Lelouch makes these promises to these women, Shirley, Yuffie, Cece, Callan, something bad always happens to the women. I want to say, but I'm not sure if it's a spoiler, so maybe not. I think it's all biblical, and Geass is something passed down through the ages from Adam and Eve, and Charles thinks if he brings them both to... Geass is something passed down through the ages. Okay, and Charles thinks he brings them both... Oh, like him and her, like Adam and Eve. Okay, I see. Okay. Is a Celtic notion. Someone told me to look up what Geass means, and I think... did I do it? I don't remember if I did. It was like last year. Not to say they cannot merge the two. What do you mean by Geass is a Celtic notion? Someone can have two codes. Wait, someone can have two codes though. Oh, wait. Okay, so like, you talk. Okay, if we. Oh, I see. Okay. Celtic people of the British. Okay. Someone can have two codes. Now, a Geass is a type of code, right? VV had a type of code, which was the immortality. The mark on Cece's forehead and on Charles' hand. Those are codes. Okay. Okay, I see. And CC and VV held codes. Geass is the mental power. Okay. Oh, okay. Code is not the same as oh. Okay, Geass is a mental power, but code. So there are different types of codes, and the Geass is one type of thing. Okay, we're just gonna do this ourselves because it's taking way too long. Oh, somebody came in. I just wasn't paying attention. My bad. Here, okay, let's talk about that fucking bomb Nina built. She's trying to commit, like, fuck, like, they're over here. So that bomb that they've built, that ultimately changes how the outcome of the war is going to be, because that's going to be like the best weapon they got, like anybody in the world has. And she wants Suzaku to pilot that shit to fight, like, and ultimately probably kill a bunch. You know, she don't give a fuck about no 11s. Fucking Nina, like. Now, what's interesting is what Lloyd said. Lloyd said that contradiction that you got is not only gonna kill him, but it's gonna kill you too. And she was over here looking confused, and I cannot wait to see how that comes to fruition. You know what I think? I think that it is her goal to kill as many 11s. Damn. Well, yeah, because she blames the 11s for killing you. She blames Zero ultimately, but like, you know what I think may happen with that? Because because Lelouch has asked Suzaku to protect Nunnally, right? I feel like at the end, he gonna turn that weapon onto the Britannians. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think he's gonna come to a decision. Maybe he won't even use the weapon. But the fact that they're giving it to Suzaku, that's where they're gonna fuck up and mess up. They should give it to another... You know what, and then, hold up, Nina tried to throw that in his face. Like, you were Princess Euphemia's knight, weren't you? Like, he don't feel guilty for that. I was like, she's a girl, what a bitch. Yes, okay, but I think Suzaku, though, like, if he was a true Britannian, he would have turned Lelouch. He would have been told the king that... Well, at the time, he didn't realize that the king knew that Lelouch had got his memories back. But he would have told the king that... He would have told him immediately and not really cared that Nunnally was going to be used. That would have been the symbol for me that he would have been a true Britannian. Remember, in this timeline, atomic bombs were never created. Oh, okay. I was not aware of that. I kind of saw... he still thinks he is in control when he obviously isn't. Let me change this real quick. I kind of saw that bomb that Nina made was like an atomic bomb in some form. That's what I was thinking. Like, they're not going to call it atomic bomb, but it has the same power and destruction power as like an atomic bomb. That's what I was thinking. But if that's not the case, then okay. Now, I feel like that's a mistake to make Suzaku do it, though. Because he's not gonna... I don't think he's not gonna use that... He's not gonna use that fucking weapon. If anything, he may turn it against the Britannians on his own. Because he's gonna come to another path. But guys, I wanted to bring up something to y'all. I should have... I don't know why I didn't say this in an episode. I think I was just like thinking about a bunch of other shit. Nina's creating the first ever in a Code Geass timeline. Hence her last... What's Nina's last name? I do not know Nina's last. What's Nina's last name? If I knew her last name, I forgot because I just remember everybody's first name. The only last names I remember is Suzaku Kurugi, and Lelouch V. Britannia, and Lelouch Lamperouge. And Millie Ashford.